Well, what's up guys, this right here is a 2021 Nissan Rogue, the newest third generation Nissan Rogue, wildly popular, and I've been chasing this little SUV for a while. Couldn't find them on the lots because they were selling out as soon as they hit the lot. So now today I'm going to take you on a tour of this vehicle thanks to Miller & Miller Nissan in Marianna, Florida, and we're going to check out the exterior of this car. We're going to check out the interior, play with some cool and interesting features of it, find out what powers up this thing, and finally I'm going to take you for a ride in this 2021 Nissan Rogue. Now if this is the first time we meet, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Matt Samolski. I'm Matt the Car Guy. On this channel I do car reviews, so I appreciate if you check out the rest of this channel. Hopefully you like it. Hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and let's get back to the video. Well, you might want to say, hey, what's changed for this 2021 model? And I gotta tell you, everything. The sheet metal is different, the shape is different, the engine, you know, it's got more horsepower. Overall, this vehicle is just a tad shorter, even though the wheelbase remains the same, but it is wider and it sits lower to the ground. So starting right up here, right in the front end here, you can see that it's got this V-Motion grille that Nissan puts in all of their lineup. It does have this huge Nissan logo. That's where a lot of those technology hides for the driver assistance. Now the lights, this is what's very cool, kind of controversial in a little bit because some people like it, some people don't. I think it looks pretty cool. I love those two lights on like the Hyundai Santa Fe's. I like them on here as well. Partially LED, partially incandescent on this particular one. This is the SL trim. If you go to the Platinum one, you got the full LED lights. Now this is the real light, right? These are the daytime running lights right here, and you also do have a set of fog lights right at the bottom in it. Now, so you can see there is a combination of different colors right up front. The regular color of this vehicle, that gray color. Now this is the shiny black, but on top of this is matte black, so kind of looks pretty cool because it's not overwhelming with this piano black. It does have this wraparound chrome trim right around here, and at the bottom of it, it's got this flat plastic and a flat black right here on that front lip spoiler. That's probably so it doesn't scratch if you accidentally bump into something. So overall, pretty nice design in front. I dig it. Let's see what powers up this thing. All right, so what hides underneath here? Well, it's an engine. It's a 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder engine. It's easy, 181 horsepower, 1 pound-feet of torque. Now it's made it to a CVT transmission, which is well, we'll see how it drives. But one thing that I want to point out, it's got a combined miles per gallon of 29, so it's 26 in the city, 34 on the highway, so it's pretty good gas mileage, probably the best in class as far as a non-hybrid vehicles. The one thing that I gotta ding it for sure is, as you know, I don't really do well with the prop sticks right here. Hydraulic struts, I mean, come on manufacturers, a lot easier to open, looks a lot better, and it keeps all of that out of the way. So I gotta tell you, visually I really dig this vehicle, and quite frankly they made it bigger, and it looks bigger than like the RAV4s or the Mazda CX-5 on the Honda CR-V. That's the direct competition. And if you can see, most of the SUVs of this size, especially like the previous Rogue, started basically sloping down like right around here. Now they made it flat and straight up all the way back, so it should have some pretty good cargo and interior space. But before we get to it, let's take a look on the side of here. Well, first of all, the design overall, really nice. It does have a little bit of that matte trim around the wheels, and then it does have this chrome accent right at the bottom. Overall, the doors are pretty simple. There's not many creases like you can see on some other manufacturers. This is a pretty polished and simple design. What I also like about this too, that this, right, the front pillar right here, the A pillars right here, they are the glossy black, as well as all the pillars right here, including a piece of that trim back there. So there's not a lot of chrome, not a lot of shine, but it fits really nicely into this vehicle. As far as the wheels, the SL model, which is this one, comes standard with the 19-inch wheels. That's not the size of the wheels that surprised me, but the size of the tires. Now these are the 235 on the width tires. Those are probably about at least 10 millimeters wider than most of the competitors, maybe a little bit more. So Nissan decided to put some beefier tires on. I like beefy tires. As far as the rest of it, so take a look at the mirror caps, same color as the rest of the car, LED turn signals in it. It does have the 360 camera, because you can see them right here, those cameras right inside of here. It's equipped with the keyless entry system. You don't have to be in the car. All you have to do is press this button right here to lock it, or you can press it to unlock it. The vehicle, as long as you have the key on you, you don't have to use the remote. Let's move to the back of it. Well, see, even the back looks a little bit beefier, or quite a bit beefier than the previous generation one. It looks wider because it is wider. It also does have the back of it. If you look at the design of it, you can see how it flares out right here. This portion on top is probably about 3 inches, maybe more, inside than the portion on the exterior, the rear quarter panel right here. Now again, a combination of incandescent and LED lights in the back. On the Platinum model, you're gonna have all LEDs. And as far as the rest of it, you do have a little bit of a gate spoiler LED, brake light right here, Nissan logo Rogue, which is spelled out right here, right in the middle of it. SL trim. This is the front wheel drive SL, by the way, and then the same combination of matte gray, 2 different colors of gray in the back. And let's see how much room there is in the back. Now, opens up pretty quick, it opens up pretty high, so I don't have to bump my head in it. And so just walking up on here, I can already say that it does have quite a bit of room, over 36 cubic feet of room inside the back, with the seats up, and over about 70 feet or so with the seats folded down. Now, what's pretty cool about it, look at this. It does have this kind of double floor, and there's a storage compartment, and then underneath here, you have your spare tire. And all the handles right here for folding down the seats makes it so much easier. Look at this. All you have to do is just pull it, the seats fold down. It opens up all that area for an additional storage. Okay, you obviously would have to go back inside to pull them back up, but it does have over 70 cubic feet of storage, or about 70 cubic feet of storage with the seats down. So quite a bit of room. Very impressed with this. It's also equipped with the power gate, so some of you might not know what these 2 buttons are. This is simply just to close the gate, but don't lock the car. This one will close the gate and lock the vehicle once you walk away, so you don't have to worry about hitting that lock button on the remote. We're not going to do that. We're just going to close it. Alright guys, so if you're asking about the roominess in this vehicle, I gotta tell you, it's got plenty of room, it's got plenty of headroom, it's got plenty of shoulder room, it's got quite a bit of knee room in here, so no complaints at all. Also, it is a front-wheel drive vehicle, but still some of the SUVs still have this bump in the middle. This one doesn't have it. We're going to take a quick peek of the interior in the back, and then we're going to move to the front. All right, a couple of things that you don't see on many cars, especially in this price point. I mean, this sunshade right here, this is a pretty cool, especially if you have kids, or if you don't want people to peek in and see what's going on inside of the car. You can put this up. Now, as far as the rest of it, nice leather in here. Now, this is not the quilted premium leather that you'll find on the Platinum model, but it's still, nevertheless, it's nice, it's soft, it's very nice and comfortable. So you have the console that pulls down, and then back there you have some vents. You also have the USB and the USB-C port, as well as you do have your temperature control in the back. The seats in the back are not heated, they're not ventilated. So even on the Platinum, I don't believe they're ventilated or heated. All right, so a couple things we want to check out. Make sure that it does have the nice and solid thump. I hope you heard it. It's really nice. And we're going to check out the door on here. So first of all, you can see, I'm not sure if all Rogues have this in this chocolate brown color, but a lot of them that I've seen have them. And then as far as the rest of it, depending on which trim you get, like this is on the SL, so it's leather trimmed interior, as well as the doors are leather trimmed in here. You have a little bit of a different trim right in here, and of course you have the window controls, mirror controls, locks. This one does have 2 memory seat settings in here, and that's what you can adjust right in here. So a couple things before we get inside. It does have the power seat. Seats are nice and comfortable. Take a look how they look. Pretty cool. And take a look at this console. Now, we've seen it on some other cars. I really like it that they're maximizing the storage space, even right here. You can put stuff right underneath here, then you can put stuff on top of here. There's a storage compartment. We're going to check it out now. The interior of the 2021 Rogue is completely different than the 2020, the previous generation one. It does have the multifunction steering wheel, and I gotta give it to them. It looks pretty cool. It does look sporty. And now here's what's interesting about this. It is a CVT transmission, but it does have the pedal shifters. Even though it doesn't have gears, it does have the ability to have those downshifts and upshifts with simulated gears, I guess. So that's the steering wheel Nissan logo right here. Now this one does not have this new Nissan 12-inch digital screen. That's reserved for the Platinum version. It's not available on the SL. So what do you have in here? Left-hand side tachometer, right-hand side speedometer. You do have this big screen right in the middle of it. So finally, welcome to the 21st century, because the previous Rogue was a little bit outdated if you ask me. But this one, they certainly did a nice job. And then there's a bunch of options. There is audio source, driver's assistance. You can go back to this main menu and we'll see what else is here. Driver's assistance, you can exit, you can go back, settings. Okay, so several different settings in here. You can play around with it. Audio, vehicle settings, tire pressure, manual, speed reset, etc. Home screen, so you can have the display of the speed right here. And then moving on in here, there's 2 different screens that are available in here. There's an 8-inch screen and a 9-inch screen right here. Now it could be a little bit bigger, but that's pretty nice design. This one is the smaller screen. It does have the volume button and the audio right on the left hand side, tune on the other side. And this is a new infotainment for Nissan. And finally, again, welcome back to the 21st century. They did a really nice job designing it, did a really nice job with the resolution on the screen, and it's completely different than what we've seen, like let's say in the last year's Pathfinder. But it does have the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So even though this particular one doesn't have a navigation system, you can actually connect your phone and use it that way. And it is a wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is pretty cool. Couple things we have here, the settings. There's a camera button right here, so we're going to check that out right now. As you can see, it's a 360 camera, and I got to tell you, it's a pretty good resolution, and it does have everything that the 360 camera would have. It does have the trajectory lines right in here. Does it have other camera options? Okay, it does not, but it still looks pretty decent, so a big improvement over the last years. And then the bottom you have the audio, the menu button, all that stuff. Audio sounds pretty good. This is not the premium stereo, this is not the Bose stereo on this particular one. I know the Platinum has the upgraded stereo. And then the bottom here you have a little bit of this piano black, and then you have a display for your temperature, as well as you have the controls for your heated seats and all of the heating and ventilating system. The start and stop button for the engine is right underneath here, and then again you have the USB-C and the USB port, as well as your regular 12-volt adapter. Now this one, I don't think this is a wireless charging, but on the Platinum model you will get the wireless charging in here. What's also new is the shifter right here. It looks like almost a regular shifter. It's a little bit shorter, but it's pretty cool. You basically slide it to switch the gears. You push this button, okay, and then you go into drive, push it forward, you know, you go into reverse, push the park button, you go into park. So self-explanatory. We're going to leave it in park right now. I don't want it to move too much. And then you have cup holders in here. You also have different drive modes. Let's see if the drive modes do anything on the dashboard when we switch them. Okay, so you have Sport, Standard, and Eco. I know they do a little bit of the display adjustment on the Platinum model, but not on this one. But 3 different drive modes, which is pretty awesome. So as I told you, it's got a bunch of storage underneath here. It also has this electronic parking brake, and it does have the brake auto hold if you'd like to utilize that. As far as the storage in here, you get pretty large storage compartments, pretty deep, so you can put a lot of stuff in here. So definitely big on the interior, nice size-wise, and the interior, actually, it looks pretty nice. I was really impressed with the Mazda CX-5. I don't know if this one is not better. Check it out yourself. Now, this one doesn't have the head-up display, but, you know, as far as the trimming in here, you have this is soft. This is a soft plastic as well. This is not this cheap plastic, so interior kind of looks premium. It even has this like fake wood trim, which, you know, it's not real wood. It's not even like engraved, but it does look like it has those grains on it. But it does have the glove box underneath here. Now, what else is here? Regular mirror. Hi, hello, how are you? Now it does have the power sunroof. Okay, opens up pretty nicely. Okay, you can also open up the entire sunshade, lets a lot of light in here. Now this is on the SL model, so I don't know about you, but I'm ready to take it for a quick spin. Well guys, I don't know if you're ready or not, but I'm about to take this for a spin. As far as pricing, they start at about $26,000 for the base S model, and they go up to about $37,000 for the Platinum model. Now this particular one, as equipped, it is $34,085, and I'm going to list, there's a couple extra options. I'm going to put that in the description of the video. But if you want to build one yourself, you go to a Nissan website and you can certainly get all the details. Several trim levels available: S, SV, SL, and the Platinum. Those are the trim levels. Check it out, see what works for you. This is the SL that we're sitting in right now, and I'm about to take this for a spin. And so it might not be a bonus, but we are sitting up on the hill, and in order to get down, we're gonna have to actually do a little bit of off-roading, or pretty much as much off-roading in this vehicle like this will ever handle on the regular day-to-day drive. I don't think anybody's gonna take it on a super off-road trail, but I gotta tell you, I mean, it feels pretty capable in this little bumpy road right here. It feels very quiet too on the interior, so I barely hear any engine noise coming from the outside, which is really nice. I gotta tell you, the Rogues were really the only Nissans that I liked when they first came out, and up until the last generation, when I was in one rental, which I didn't really care about the quality of the vehicle, this is changed. This is completely different. So we're gonna take it for a quick spin and see how that CVT transmission handles on the road, and then we're gonna sum it all up. I know a lot of people don't like the CVT transmission, you know, myself included. I don't think it's a performance enhancing thing, but you know, I gotta tell you, they are certainly very gas efficient. They're great for gas mileage, and for the regular driving, for people who don't floor it at every stoplight, this is probably a better option than having just a regular transmission. Certainly getting 29 miles per gallon combined is a bonus, especially if you're in the sport utility. And let's see, okay. So you can hear a little bit of that whine of the CVT, but it's not bad, it's not overwhelming, and for an everyday driver, it's a great choice. Since we didn't have a chance to check out the turning radius, well, first of all, I got some noise coming up from top, and I have a sunroof open. That's what was whistling, so let's close that. Let's see how quiet it is. But I also want to check out the turning radius. It's pretty impressive, actually. Turns on the dime. again, we're going uphill, accelerating a little bit, no struggle. A lot of things that I like about this Rogue. I'm not sure if I like this one more, or I was really impressed with the Tucson, but I don't know, it's going to be a tough one. It's maybe not as modern, but drive-wise, it is not a turbo engine, so it's a naturally aspirated engine, which doesn't have any turbo lag. You know, if you press it, the acceleration, it's either there or not there, depending on what your needs. But the vehicle itself, very, very nice, very smooth operation of it. Certainly, I will give this a big thumbs up. It's a huge improvement. Finally, congratulations, Nissan, on actually coming out with a very nice, very smooth, small sport utility. I know it's a very popular segment, and you know, having a winner will certainly help the brand as well. I've seen the Pathfinder starting hitting the lots right now, so hopefully I'm going to get my hands on one of those pretty soon. But this vehicle, I'm really impressed. Certainly don't skip it if it's on your list of vehicles to look at. Go to your nearest Nissan dealers. If you're in Florida, if you're anywhere in Mariana, Florida, check out the guys at Miller & Miller Nissan right here. A good group of guys, and they do have a few of them in stock right at the moment. If you like watching videos like this, make sure you check out the rest of my channel. I really appreciate if you subscribe and become a part of Matt the Carguy family. And until then, I will see you in my next video. Cheers.